Okay, sige. So, game, ready na? Okay, so let us start with kinematics first, no? So, wait lang. Palitan ko lang yung kulay, ah. Ayan. Kita na ba yung screen ko? Kita ba? Hoy, sumagot kayo, IE. Okay, sige. So, in kinematics, no, siguro familiar naman kayo. Meron kayo physics ngayon, tama. Meron kayo physics ngayon. So, if you can remember in the laws of motion, no, so, meron tayong tatlong quantities when we are talking about motion that is time dependent, no, meaning these functions are all based on time, no. So, ano yung tatlong yon? Of course, we have our S, V, and our A. Ano yung S? In physics, ano yung S? We're talking about motion. No? No? That is not speed. Seconds, no? That is the unit for time, di ba? This is for the unit of time. Pero what is S? Position or ano yung other tawag natin sa position? Other term for distance. Kasi distance is the scalar quantity. Ano yung vector quantity ng distance? Displacement. Di ba? We are talking about displacement. Tama po ba? Di ba? S is displacement. Then V, this is what? Di ba? This is velocity. Di ba? And what is A? Of course, that is acceleration. Very good. Acceleration. And what is the relationship of the three? The displacement, velocity, and acceleration. Hmm. If you're going to scale each quantities in respect to time, kasi tama 'di ba? These are all time functions. Time-based functions. Ano ang relationship nila? Ito muna. What is the relationship of velocity in what is the relationship of displacement to velocity? An idea. When we say velocity, this is what? This is the first derivative of the displacement in respect to time. Tama po ba? If we're going to equate velocity in terms of displacement, that is the first derivative of velocity, rather, first derivative of displacement in respect to time. Whereas acceleration is what? Hmm. Acceleration is what? Kung si velocity ay first derivative ng displacement, ano si acceleration in terms of velocity? By analogy na lang. Hmm. If V is equal to ds over dt, what is A? Ha? That is the first derivative of the velocity in respect to time. Diba? That is the relationship of acceleration in respect to velocity. Kaya nga, diba, what is the unit for velocity? For velocity, what is the unit? That is meter per second. Kapag ka SI, kapag ka English, that is what? Pag English, that is, ano yan? Ano yung sinulat ko? Ha? Huy, ay, sumagot kayo. Ano to? Ano to sinulat kong to? Hmm. Tayo tayo dyan. Napakasimpleng quantity niyan. Feet per second. 'Di ba? English nga eh. 'Di ba? In SI we are using meters, in English we are using feet, 'di ba? I mean yung standard unit natin for velocity kapag ka English system ang ginagamit. Whereas pag acceleration, that is what? Meters per second squared. Tama po ba? 'Di ba? Meters per second squared. And kapag ka English naman, that is feet per second squared, 'di ba? Kasi guys, no, so if 'di ba sabi nga natin dito, velocity is the first derivative of displacement in respect to time, and acceleration is the first derivative of the velocity in respect to time. So, if we're going to relate acceleration in terms of displacement, that is what? 'Di ba? That is the derivative in respect to time of what? Of the derivative of the velocity in respect to time, or simply, sorry. Uh, Wait. Or that is di ba, S to? ds over dt, di ba? So, or simply that it's what? That is what? The second derivative of displacement in respect to time. Yun yung acceleration natin. Okay, these formulas, this v is equal to ds over dt and a is equal to dv over dt, yan yung mga gagamitin natin on solving vertical motion, okay, as applications of integrals. Naintindihan po ba? Okay, etong mga formula na to. Ito at saka ito. Okay, another thing na need natin tandaan is of course since this is vertical motion ang pinag-uusapan natin, ano yung force na nag-act upon a body kapag a vertical motion siya? Hmm. Ano? Okay, very good. Or that is the acceleration due to gravity. With the value of what? Kapag metric, that is what? Or kapag SI, that is 9.81 meters per second squared. And kapag English naman, ano ang gagamitin? That is 32.2 feet per second squared. Naintindihan, IE? Okay, so ito po yung mga need natin tandaan, no? So, yan. So, we have kasi ang solution natin for kinematics, so always start with the acceleration, then we go down to velocity, then from velocity, we go down to displacement. Naintindihan po? Laging nauuna si acceleration at all solutions. Naintindihan? Okay? And last thing, no? So, since this is vertical motion, again, no, we are going to use the Earth as our reference. Kasi may effect po ang alin? Ang sign ng acceleration sa solution. Kasi 'di ba, since ang object kapag nagmo-move siya vertically I mean, nang nagkakaroon siya ng vertical motion, it's either go away from the earth or go towards the earth. Okay, 'di ba? Pataas or ano? Pataas or pababa. Tama po ba? Kapag pataas, going away from the earth, and since earth ang gagamitin nating reference, is this positive or negative? Negative, very good. Kasi nga going away eh. Okay? 'Di ba kung mapapansin niyo pag binato tayo upward, bumabagal eh. 'Di ba? Tama po ba? Bumabagal. Meaning ano, negative yung acceleration niya. Hindi siya bumibilis. 'Di ba? Okay? So, whereas kapag downwards naman or going towards the earth, that is positive acceleration. Naintindihan po? Okay, so ito yung mga need natin tandaan, okay, in solving kinematics problem in integrals. Okay, so pwede na tayo mag-solve? Pwede na tayo mag-solve? Okay, sige. So, problem number 1, oh, sabi dito, a body was thrown vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 96 feet per second. Find the maximum height reached by the body. Okay, so first and foremost, pinakamadaling way on solving this is to use free body diagram. Okay, para ma-visualize ninyo yung motion ng object. Okay, so sabi dito, no, meron tayong two main stages. Okay, meron tayong two main stages. That is the initial stage and that is the, ano yung pangalawa? Ano yung F? Kung may initial, of course, meron tayong final. Okay, so sabi dito, no, ano yung mga need nating quantities? So of course, we have S, V, and T. Likewise, ganun din sa baba. We need S, V, and T. So si A, since sabi nga natin, A is present throughout the motion, okay, we're going to put A dito sa gitna. Okay, kasi si A, dun natin kukunin yung pinaka-solution natin. Okay, so, sige, punan muna natin si A. Based dito sa problem natin, is this English or metric? Or SI? English, di ba? Kasi meron tayong 96 feet per second. So, anong gagamitin natin value ng acceleration? Hmm, 32.2. Now, positive or negative? Bakit negative, Carlin? Okay, kasi upward yung motion, di ba? So, since upward yung motion, we're going to use negative 32.2 feet per second squared. Okay, that is our acceleration throughout the motion. Okay, sige. Punta tayo sa initial state natin. Sabi dito, no? So, with an initial velocity of 96 feet per second squared. So, meaning ang velocity natin is what? 96 feet per second. Okay, initially. Okay. Now, meron ba tayong displacement at the initial position? Gumalaw na ba yung object? Ha, gumalaw na ba yung object? Yes or no? Sugot, uy. Andre, Apostol. Hindi pa. So therefore, what is the displacement? Zero. Very good. Okay, kapag hindi pa gumagalaw ang motion, rather, pag hindi pa gumagalaw ang object, the displacement is zero. And since this is initial position, always ang time natin is what? Pag initial, ang time natin is what? Okay, very good. We're going to use 0 seconds. Kasi initial nga wala pang nangyayaring kahit ano. Hindi pa umuusad yung motion. Okay, whereas sa final, okay, sa final stage, alam na ba natin kung ano yung maximum height? Kasi ito yung pinakamataas ito yung tinatawag natin na S-max eh. Diba? Alam na ba natin kung ano yung displacement ng object? Hindi pa, yun nga yung tinatanong eh. Anong yes? Yun nga yung tinatanong eh, yung maximum height oh. Diba? Hindi pa natin alam. So that is question mark. Now, alam ba natin gaano katagal nag-travel yung object? Given ba? Hmm. Yes or no? Yes or no? No. So therefore, this is what? Question mark pa din kasi hindi natin alam. Now, what is the velocity at maximum height? Hmm. What's the velocity at maximum height? Hmm. Bakit zero? Okay. Lagi niyong tatandaan guys, kapag meron tayong vertical motion at upward ang movement, there will come to a point na titigil siya. Yun yung tinatawag natin na maximum height. And once na wala na tayong movement sa object, ano ang velocity niya? That is zero. Naiintindihan engineering? Okay? So, dito, pwede na tayong mag-solve kasi nakuha naman na natin yung mga kailangan natin. Again, sabi ko, no, we always start with acceleration. Again, what's the value of acceleration? Negative 32.2. Okay? And we know that acceleration is equal to what? In terms of velocity. Kasi ang goal natin dito guys is makabuo tayo ng equation ng velocity and ng displacement based dito sa mga given natin. Hmm. What is the, antay dito? What's the relationship of acceleration to velocity? Sabi ko kanina. Oh, dito sa given natin. Acceleration is equal to what? The derivative of the velocity in respect to time. So we're going to use dv over dt is equal to negative 32.2. Naintindihan po? Naintindihan? Okay. So, pag na-substitute nyo na, we already have our dv over dt is equal to negative 32.2. We're going to separate, okay, the quantities. No? Pag-ihiwalayin natin yung velocity at yung time. So, since magkasama sila dito, dv over dt, anong gagawin ko? I can, para mahiwalay ko si dt, multiply by, ano? Ang negative 32.2. Multiply by dt kasi nga pag-ihiwalayin natin sila eh. 'Di ba? Para matanggal natin yung dt sa baba. So therefore, we have dv is equal to negative 32.2 dt. Naintindihan po, engineering? Yan. Once na napaghiwalay mo na lahat ng v at lahat ng t nasa iisang side, that's the time na pwede na tayong mag-integrate. Naintindihan po? Okay, so therefore, what's the integral of dv? What's the integral of dv? Huy, ay sagot. dv. Oh, bagoy ko yung question ko. What's the integral of dx? Ha? Maglipon. 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 What's the integral of dx? Patay tayo dyan. Napakasimple lang ng tanong ko, maglipon. What's the integral of dx? Kung sabihin, i-google mo pa yan. Maglipon. Hindi ka pa sigurado. Ba't hindi ka mag-open ng mic mo? Oh, what's the integral of dx? X. What's the integral of dv? V. Diba? Diyos ko po, patay tayo dyan. Napakasimple na ng tanong ko. Oh, next. What's the integral of negative 32.2 dt? Hmm. What's the integral of negative 32.2 dt? Oh, ulit. What is the integral of 3dx? Sige nga. Ha? 3x. Oh, what is the integral of negative 32.2 dt? Tay tayo dyan, engineering. Napakasimple ng tanong ko. Naintindihan po ba? Ha? So we have v is equal to negative 32.2t plus c. Of course, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung plus c. Now, okay, now, we need to find the value of c. Kasi with c present in the equation, this equation is pretty much useless. Hindi natin to magagamit. So we need to find the value of c. How are we going to find the value of c? Look at the states. Alin dito yung kumpleto? Yung merong v at t. Kasi 'di ba, in order for us to find the value of c, we need the value of t and v. Tama po ba? We need the value of v and t. So, therefore, dito sa dalawang state natin, sa initial at sa final, alin dyan yung may v at t? Initial. Oh. So, yun yung gagamitin natin. Naintindihan po. At time 0, based dito sa problem natin, at time 0, v is equal to 96. Naintindihan? Okay, so therefore, substituting, we have 96 is equal to negative 32.2 times 0 plus c. Of course, any number multiplied to 0 that is equal to, ano? That is equal to what? 0. Very good. Okay, so therefore, 96 is equal to 0 plus C. What's the value of C? Hmm, 96. This value of C is equal to 96. Yan yung ilalagay natin dito sa C sa taas. For us to find the equation for the velocity at any given time t. So we have V of t is equal to what? Negative 32.2 t plus 96. This is my equation number 1. Pwede ko na mahanap yung value ng velocity at any given time using this. Naintindihan po? Naintindihan? Okay, now, equation pa lang ng velocity na kukuha natin. We still need to find the equation for the displacement. Kasi yun nga yung tinatanong, di ba? Maximum height yung tinatanong, maximum displacement. So, we're going to relate V to displacement naman, the velocity to displacement. And we know that V is equal to what? Hmm. V is equal to what? Hmm. No? Hindi yun. In terms of displacement, in terms of displacement. Ha? Zero. The derivative of. Very good. We're going to change V of t into ds over dt. Di ba? Yun yung relationship ng velocity to time. Yan ngayon, ito yung nakuha natin dito, that is equal to 32.2 t plus 96. Naintindihan? Naintindihan na sumagot kayo. Okay. So, kaparehas lang ng ginawa natin kanina, okay, we're going to separate ds to dt or for s to t, no? So, we're going to multiply dt para matanggal yung dt dito sa baba. Therefore, ds is equal to what? Negative 32.2 t plus 96 quantity dt. Magkakasama na po ba lahat ng s at saka lahat ng t? Lahat ng s sa s, lahat ng t sa t. Magkakasama na ba sila? Yes, 'di ba may S na tayo dito, wala na tayong T dito, dito puro T na, wala na tayong S. So pwede na akong mag-ano. Hindi. Ano gagawin ko? Ano ginawa ko kanina sa DB? Integrate, pwede na akong mag-integrate. 'Di ba? So therefore, S, tama po ba? That's the integral of ds, 'di ba? Okay, S is equal to negative 32 T dt. What's the integral? Hmm. Siyempre, di ba lalabas si negative 32.2 kasi constant. What's the integral of t dt? 1 half t squared or simply t squared over 2. Nilagay ko na lang sa baba ng 32.2 kasi constant naman sila parehas eh. Okay, plus what's the integral of 96 dt? 96 what? Plus c. Huwag niyo kakalimutan yung plus c. Naintindihan po. Of course, negative 32.2 divided by 2, this is equal to what? 16.1. So therefore, S is equal to what? Negative 16.1 t squared plus 96t plus c. So dito sa taas, kukunin ulit natin yung value ng c para magamit natin yung equation. Naintindihan po? Okay, para magamit natin yung equation. So, babalik tayo dun sa given natin. Kung paano natin kinuha yung value ng C sa V, ganun din natin kukunin yung value ng C sa S. Dapat meron akong ano, meron akong S at meron akong T. Okay, saan ako merong S at meron T? Sa initial o sa final? Ha? Sa initial, very good. So we have S is equal to 0, or rather at T is equal to 0, S is equal to 0. So we have 0 is equal to negative 16.1 T squared, oh, sorry, 0 squared plus 96 times 0 plus C. So, itong buong to, since naka-multiply sa 0, that is equal to what? 0. Very good. So, therefore, C is equal to what? 0. So substituting the value of C to the equation of the displacement, S is equal to negative 16.1 t squared plus 96 t. This is my equation number 2. Okay, so from this, pwede na natin makuha ano yung maximum height. Tama. For us to get S max. However, based from the equation, ano yung kailangan natin para ma-solve natin yung S? Based from equation number 2. Hmm. Time, very good. But meron ba tayong given time dito sa final state natin? Saan natin kukunin yung time kung wala? Hmm. Saan natin kukunin yung time kung wala? Eh wala kang displacement eh. Paano mo kukunin dun sa equation number 2? Saan mo siya kukunin? Kung hindi mo siya pwede kukunin sa equation number 2, okay, very good sa equation number 1. Kasi 'di ba, meron tayong given velocity at the final state. 'Di ba? At the final stage. 'Di ba? V is equal to 0 at maximum height. At maximum height, V is equal to 0. So this will become 0 is equal to negative 32.2 t plus 96. So lipat si 96, we have negative 96 minus 32.2, equals negative 32.2 t. What's the value of t? Divide both sides by negative 32.2 lang. Hmm. What's the value of t? Bring out your calculators. Wait lang. So we have that is 96 divided by 32.2. So that is 2.981. Lagi tayong 3 decimal places. 2.981 tayo dito seconds. Naintindihan engineering? Okay, now, since we know that the time required, okay, we know that the time required to reach the maximum height, pwede na natin isolve yung maximum height ngayon. Diba? S max is equal to negative 16.1 times 2.981 kasi yan yung required natin na time. Plus 96 times 2.981. Okay, so what's the value of S max? What's the value of S max? 143.684. What is the unit? Ang meter. Meter. Anong meter? Gumamit ba tayo ng meter? Yan. So that is in feet. Guys, titignan nyo lagi kung ano ang alin. Kung ano ang given. Ha? Doon kayo magbabasa ng mga unit ninyo. Pag ang given is feet at hindi naman specify kung ano yung unit doon sa dulo, kung ano yung unit ng given, yun ang gagamitin. Naintindihan po? Else, kapag hinahanap, let's say, find the maximum height in meters, anong gagawin mo sa feet? I-convert mo from feet to meters. Naintindihan po? Naintindihan engineering? Questions? Naintindihan ba? Huy, naintindihan ba? Yes, questions. Sige, taas kamay. Ano yan? Hindi na. Kaya nga tayo merong klase ngayon eh. Naintindihan po ba? Other questions? Wala. O, sige, let's proceed with example number 2. Okay, sabi dito no, a ball is thrown downward from a window 35 meters above the ground with initial velocity of negative 12.5 meters per second. How long will it take the ball to impact the ground and at what velocity? So dito, ano na ang ginagamit natin? SI or English? SI na. Kasi meters na yung given. Okay, so again, we start with the free body diagram. Of course, kung kanina, pababa, ano na to, pataas, ito ngayon, ano? Anong sabi? Downward. So, pababa yung ating free body diagram. Okay, you have to take note on the words that are used in the problem. Kasi magkaiba po pag sinabing thrown, ngayon ko dito, no? Sorry. Pag sinabing thrown at saka drop. Pag sinabing thrown, ano ang ibig sabihin pagka thrown? Meron tayong initial velocity. Okay, lagi merong given na initial velocity. Kapag ka dropped ang nakalagay sa given, what is my initial velocity? 0. Bakit? Kasi kapag drop po kasi, there is no other force acting upon the object except acceleration due to gravity. Walang puwersa. 'Di ba? Unlike kapag ka thrown kasi, ano, may tulak. 'Di ba? Pagka may binato ka, may tulak. So therefore, meron yung initial velocity. Naintindihan po? Naintindihan? Okay, sige. So, baliktad ngayon. Since galing sa taas ang motion, sa taas ang ating, ay sa baba ang F. Naintindihan po? Okay, so, of course, we need S, V, and T. Likewise sa baba din. S, V, and T. So, initially, meron na bang movement ang ating object? Initial. Meron bang movement? Movement. Displacement na pa lang ang tinatanong ko. 0. 'Di ba lagi kapag hindi naman sinabi na merong initial displacement, 'di ba? Laging 0. Next, meron ba tayong initial velocity? Hmm. Yes, ano ang initial natin? Negative 12.5 meters per second. And last, what is the time? Initial time. Okay, lagi guys ha, pag initial ang pinag-uusapan, 0 ang time. Naintindihan po? Okay, next, final. So, final, meron ba tayong displacement for the final? Hmm, 35 meters. Bakit 35 meters yung gagamitin natin? Di ba the total distance from the window going to the ground is 35. And based sa problem, nag-impact yung object sa ground. So, tinravel niya yung buong distance from the window going to the ground. Kaya 35 yung gagamitin natin. Naintindihan po? Okay, next. What is the velocity? Of course, hindi natin alam kasi yun yung hinahanap. Likewise, yung time, hindi pa rin natin alam kasi yun din yung hinahanap. Ito, yung how long will it take the ball. Diba? Pagka sinabi yun, time ang hinahanap doon. Okay, and of course, acceleration is equal to what? 9.81, diba, meters per second squared. Positive or negative? Hmm. Tibak, diba? Tibak ang gagamitin natin. Diba? Wala, di na gets yung joke. Ano ba yan? Hindi na ako joke sa inyo. Ayan. Okay, sige. So, 'di ba positive yung gagamitin? 'Di ba? So, we have 9.81. Okay, sige, let's start. A is equal to 9.81. Kung paano natin sinolve kanina, ganun din natin isa-solve to. Naintindihan po? You start with acceleration going down to velocity, then velocity going down to, ano, displacement. So, we're going to change A with dv over dt. 9.81. Naintindihan po? Then, anong gagawin natin? Paghihiwalayin si dv and si dt. Diba? So, therefore, dv is equal to what? 9.81 dt. Naintindihan po? Okay, so pwede na ako mag-integrate kasi napaghiwalay ko na yung dalawa eh. What's my V? 9.81t plus C, of course. Okay? So, we need to find the value of C. Now, ano yung kailangan natin para ma-solve natin yung value ng C? We need V and T. Diba? Saan natin kukunin? Initial or final? Initial. Diba? At time 0, we have our velocity is equal to negative 12.5. So we have negative 12.5 is equal to 9.81 times 0 plus C. Of course, this will cancel out. What's the value of C? Negative 12.5. Then substitute back yung ating negative 12.5 dito sa taas. We have V is equal to 9.81T minus 12.5. This is my equation number 1. Entiende? Naintindihan po? Okay. So we're going to change V to ds. So we have ds over dt is equal to 9.81t minus 12.5. Of course, paghihiwalayin ulit natin si ds at si dt. 'Di ba? So we have ds is equal to 9.81t minus 12.5 multiplied to dt. Naintindihan po? Okay, so pwede na ako mag-integrate? Pwede na. 'Di ba? Napaghiwalay na natin eh. So we have S is equal to 9.81. What is the integral of t dt? T what? T squared over 2. 'Di ba? Then we have minus 12.5. What's the integral of dt? T plus, ha? Anong 100? Saan galing 100? May nakikita ka bang hindi namin nakikita? Ha? Okay, so we have negative 12.5t plus c. Naintindihan po, mga bata? Okay, so we have 9.81 divided by 2. What's the answer? 4.905 t squared minus 12.5t plus c. So we need to find the value of c and we need the values of s and t to find the value of c. Ano gagamitin? Initial, final? Hmm, initial. Okay, very good, initial. So at time 0, s is equal to, ano? To 0. Naintindihan po? Okay, so we have, this is 0 is equal to 4.905 times 0 squared minus 12.5 times 0 plus c. Of course, this will cancel out. What's the value of c? 0. Very good. So therefore, we have our s is equal to 4.905 t squared minus 12.5 t. This is my equation number 2. Tama. Uy, tama ba? Okay, now, so, we can now find the time kasi meron tayong given na displacement. Tama? Meron tayong 35 na displacement. So, we have 35 is equal to 4.905 t squared minus 12.5 t. Ayan. Okay, then lipat ko sa 35. So, we have 4.905 t squared minus 12.5 t minus 35 is equal to 0. What kind of equation is this? Quadratic equation. So we need to solve this using yung alin? The quadratic formula. Diba? So we have, what's the quadratic formula? Anyone? Ang too easy. Okay na eh. Sumablay lang yung dulo eh. 2a lang. Walang c. Diba? Yan. So this is the quadratic formula. So what's my a? Based from the equation. 4.905. Di ba yung A, kasi ang format natin dyan is AT squared plus BT plus C is equal to 0. Tama po ba? So, yung nakakabit kay T squared, yun ang A, nakakabit kay B, kay T rather, yun ang B, nakakabit, yung walang T, yun ang C. So, we have A, B is equal to negative 12.5, C is equal to negative 35. Tama po ba? Oh, solve for the value of T. Sige, kayo mag-solve. Bring out your calculators. Anyone? What's the answer? Oh, manlangit. Hmm. 3 decimal places. 4 point. Then, 6, 8, 5. Ay, sorry. Naintindihan po. Naintindihan engineering. Okay, now, uh, since this is a real quantity, tama, like, it's a quantity that is evident sa in real life analysis, is there a negative time? Bumabalik ba ang oras? Hindi, 'di ba? Wala naman tayong negative time. So therefore, anong gagawin natin dito sa value ng negative time natin? Hmm. We're just going to simply disregard. Naintindihan po. So therefore, ang gagamitin natin yung positive lang. So we have T1 is equal to 4.234 seconds. Entiende engineering? Okay. So, balik tayo dito kasi we are going to use the formula of rather uh, V, 'di ba? Kasi ito na yung sagot natin sa question number 1 dun sa how long. Ito na yon yung isa. But we still need to find the velocity upon impact. At what velocity? 'Di ba, sir? Ano yung gagamitin natin formula? Yung una. V is equal to ano? Ito. Yung equation number 1. Ito. 'Di ba? So that is V is equal to 9.821 T minus 25. T minus 12.5. Tama po ba ako? Okay, so we have V is equal to 9.81 times 4.234 minus negative 12.5. So what's the answer? What's the velocity upon impact? That is 29 point. Anong sabi ko kanina? 3 decimal places. So that is what? 0.3 ano? 36. Kasi 'di ba yung susunod sa 5 ay 5, 'di ba? So this is what's the unit? Meters per seconds. Second. Ayan po. Okay, naintindihan engineering? Okay, so that is our for kinematics. Okay, questions before we proceed with electric circuits. So, ganun ang solution, no? So, balikan lang natin. Of course, una, draw the free body diagram. Then, you start with acceleration going down to velocity. Then, from velocity, translate from v to ds over dt, which is for the displacement na. Diba? So, para makuha mo yung dalawang equation na kailangan mo to solve for the values of v and t at any given time. Sorry, v and s at any given time t. Okay? Naintindihan engineering? Okay, sige. So let's proceed with electric circuits. Okay, so sa electric circuits, mainly we will be dealing with uh, capacitors and inductors. Familiar po ba? Yeah. 'Di ba these are passive electric components, 'di ba? Which unlike resistors na 'di ba resistors are linear components kasi and they do not store charge, they do not store energy. Si capacitor and inductor po kasi nag-i-store sila ng energy. Okay? So we have several formulas that is used when we are evaluating capacitors and inductors. First, we have the voltage across the capacitor. 'Di ba? Ano yung formula natin kung na-discuss na sa inyo to nung high school for the voltage of a capacitor? Or the formula o ito na lang. What's the formula of the charge of a capacitor? Hmm. Formula ng charge ng capacitor. Q is equal to what? CV, 'di ba? Which C is the capacitance and V is the voltage. So if we're going to rewrite this equation in terms of the voltage, that is Q over C, which is this is the voltage across the capacitor. But since we are talking about time varying functions of the charge, okay, so we're going to use 1 over C times the integral of I of t dt, where I of t is the time varying function of current. Okay, so this integral of I dt, that is the what? That is what? The formula for the charge of the capacitor. Okay, so the integral of I dt. Naintindihan po? Huy, naintindihan. Kasi 'di ba, ang ang current ng capacitor, this came from dq over dt. 'Di ba? So for us to get the value of Q, we're going to separate the two, then integrate. Kaya tayo nagkaroon ng Q is equal to I dt. Integral of I dt. Naintindihan po? Okay, so itong dalawang to, ang ginagamit nating formulas for, ano, for capacitors. Yan. Okay, to solve. Then we have our inductor. For our inductor, that is what? Current naman. Okay, IL is equal to 1 over L times the integral of V of t dt. Yan yung dalawang formula natin. Okay? Ano yung formula natin for the current, no? For the current across the inductor. And for the charge, or also known as the magnetic flux, okay? The magnetic flux, this is equal to the integral of V dt. Or V of t dt. Or VDT, no? For the simplest term. Ayan yung dalawang formula naman na gagamitin natin for inductors. Okay, kasi ito naman, si inductor naman, the voltage, okay, is equal to the derivative, to the derivative of the magnetic flux over the derivative of time. Yan. So, doon naman nanggaling yung B. Okay, tapos, yun, yung magnetic flux is equal to current times the load. Ayan. Okay, naintindihan po? Ayan yung mga pinanggalingan na equation natin yan. So, I is equal to the magnetic flux over the inductance. Okay, so few things to remember, no? The unit of capacitance is, sulat ko dito, is farads. Ayan, so the unit for the charge is what? What's the unit for the charge? Coulombs, di ba? Uh, cu coulombs denoted by C. Sa inductance naman, this is in Henrys. So this is in H. And last is the magnetic flux. Okay? This is in Webers. Ayan, WB pala, sorry. Webers. Ayan. Naintindihan po, engineering. Uy, engineering. Ayan. Okay? Sorry, mali yung spelling ko ng Webers. This is Webers. Ayan. Pero the unit is with WB. Okay, naintindihan po? Okay, sige. So, let's use this formulas. Sabi dito, no, so a 12.5 capacitor, farad capacitor with an initial voltage of 2.35 volts is charged with a time varying current of IT is equal I of t is equal to t times the square root of t squared plus 6.83 amperes. Find the voltage at t is equal to 0.65 seconds and the charge at t is equal to 1.1 seconds. So dalawa yung hinahanap. Ano yung hinahanap? Voltage and the charge. Naintindihan po? Okay? So, let's first look for the voltage. We know that V is equal to 1 over C times the integral of I dt. Tama po ba? Okay? So, substituting the given na meron tayo, so we know that V is equal to, what is the capacitance? Based sa given. 1 over what? Capacitance. 12.5. Kasi 'di ba sabi nga dito, ayun oh, the capacitance, the unit for capacitance is farad. So ano ba 'yung naka-F? Yung 12.5, 'di ba? Yan. So times the integral of what is my I? Ano yung time varying current natin? This one. Yung galing magbasa ah. Ayan, okay? Naintindihan po. Okay, so we have this t times the square root of t squared plus 6.83. Of course, that is dt. Now, let us focus on the integral para hindi kayo malito. Okay, focus muna sa integral para hindi malito. So, how are we going to solve the integral t times the square root of t squared plus 6.83? How are we going to solve for this? What method of integration? Hmm. This is via what? Meron kang square root. So, malaki yung chance na ano yan. Mas malaki yung degree na nasa taas din sa nasa labas. 1 degree, 1 degree higher. So, therefore, malaking chance na ano to? Hmm. U substitution. Di ba? U substitution. So, let U be equal to t squared plus 6.83. What is my du? 2t dt. Ano divided by 2? Ha? Ha? Huy, nag-derivative tayo, hindi tayo nag-integrate ta. Wala pa tayo dun sa derivative, wala pa tayo integrate. Naayos pa natin yung integral. Naintindihan po? So, TDT lang ang meron ako, 'di ba? Tama dun sa loob ng integral. So, therefore, divide ako ng 2 kasi hindi ko naman kailangan yung 2 eh. Diba? So, therefore, TDT is equal to 1 half du. With this, our new integral is equal to 1 half times the square root of u du. Okay, so of course, lalabas si 1 half. What is the integral of square root of u? Diba this is u raised to 1 half du? Diba? Tama ang ating square root. That is u raised to 1/2. Next. So this is using power formula na. Diba? The general power formula. So we have 1/2 plus 1 over 1/2 plus 1. What is 1/2 plus 1? 3. 3 over 2. Very good. So we have 1/2 u raised to 3 over 2 over 3 over 2. Tama po ba? Now, meron akong complex fraction. Anong gagawin ko sa denominator? Sa, diba? I-multiply natin sa numerator. So we have, this will become 1/2 times 2 over 3 and 2 over 6. 2 over 3 u raised to 3 over 2 plus c. Etong part na to guys, yung 2 over 3 times u raised to 3 over 2, that is the shortcut for the integral of square root of u du. Pag may nakita kayong integral ng square root of u du, ito na agad ang sagot. 2 over 3 u raised to 3 over 2. Naintindihan po? Only valid ha, only valid for square root of u. Okay ko dito. Square root of u du is equal to 2 over 3 u raised to 3 over 2 plus c. Ayan. Okay, naintindihan po? Okay? So, magka-cancel si 2 kasi 'di ba? Ano 'yun eh? Numerator over denominator eh. So we have 1/3. What is my u again? Based on u substitution? 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus. Naintindihan po? Okay, itong part na to, yan yung ipapalit ko sa given integral ko for the formula of the voltage. So that is 1 over 12.5 times 1/3 times t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus c. Sir, talagang nilabas mo ba yung c? Yes, talagang nilabas ko siya. No, kasi pwede mong gawin, actually, pwede mong i-group ganito. No? Pero kasi mahirap i-solve yung C kapag ka naka-group. Okay? So instead, ilalabas ko na lang siya ng as is. Okay? Mag-iiba lang yung value ng C, pero hindi mag-iiba yung final answer. Naintindihan po? Okay? Kasi yung grouping naman ang tinitingnan natin dyan. Okay? So, sige, tanggalin ko yung nilagay ko para hindi kayo malito. Ayan. Okay po. So, game. Let's solve for the value of C. Ano kailangan ko to solve for the value of C? Ano kailangan ko? We have voltage and time. So sabi dito, meron tayong initial voltage of 2.35 volts. What's the time initially? Pag initial, ano ang time? So at time 0, we have V is equal to 2.35. Okay, so substitute. So we have 2.35 is equal to 1 over 12.5 times 1/3 times what? 0 squared plus 6.83 3 over 2 plus C. O, solve for the value of C. Solve for the value of C. What's the value of C? Pumindot kayo sa calcu. Contreras. Ponteres pala, sorry. Napay, what's the answer? 1.874. Ito ngayon yung ipapalit natin sa V para makuha natin yung formula for the voltage. So we have V is equal to 1 over 12.5 times 1 over 3 t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus 1.874. So this is my formula for the voltage at any given time t. Naintindihan po? From this, pwede na rin natin makuha kung ano yung formula ng charge at any given time. Bakit? Ayun yung sinolve natin kanina. Ito. 'Di ba? Yung sinolve natin na to. Naintindihan po? Okay, so, paano natin ano yan? Tawag dito, isosolve. So, we need to find the value of C. However, this is equal to Q. Tama po ba ako? Diba? This is equal to Q. So, from this, Q is equal to 1 over 3 t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus C. We need to find the value of Q at T is equal to 0. So, based dun sa formula natin, 'di ba? Meron tayong given na dito ko lang sa baba ilalagay. At T is equal to 0, V is equal to 2.35. We know that the value of the capacitance do not change, 'di ba? Hindi naman nagbabago 'yan throughout time. So C is equal to 12.5 farads. So what's again the formula for the charge? C is equal to Q is equal to CV. So i-multiply lang natin yung voltage sa capacitance. Tama po ba? So what's the charge? What's the initial charge? 12.5. 29.375. Yan yung ipapalit natin dito para makuha natin yung value ng C. So we have 29.375 is equal to 1/3 t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus C. Okay, so yung t natin, alam natin na 0 to. Tama? So, bali wala na yan. So, to solve for the value of C, ito yung gagamitin natin. So, lipat na ako ng new page. Wait lang. Ayan. So, kopyahin ko lang. Ano yan? Para maayos. 29 point. Ano yung sagot ulit? Ano yung sagot ulit? 375 is equal to 1/3 t squared, sorry, 0 squared plus 6.83 plus C. Sorry, raised to 3 over 2. Ayan. Okay, so C is equal to 29.375 minus 1 over 3, 6.83 raised to 3 over 2. Solve for the value of C. Ayan, 23.425. Naintindihan po? Okay, so ito yung value na C para sa Q natin. So therefore, Q is equal to 1 over 3 t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus 23.425. Naintindihan po? Naintindihan engineering? Okay, sige. So, we can now solve for the value of Q at any given time t. Kasi diba yun yung dalawang tinatanong. What is the voltage uh, at 0.65 and the charge at 1.1? So, unahin na natin yung voltage. So, this is equal to 1 over 12.5 times 1/3. Ang hirap naman drawing na to. Times t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2. Also, for, ano nga yung dulo nun? 1.874. Oh, solve for the value of V at t is equal to 0.65. Naka-multiply to dito ha. Naka-multiply yan dito. Pumindot kayo sa mga calculator ninyo. What's the answer? What's the answer? 2.395. What's the unit? Ano ba tinatanong? Voltage. Oh, what's the unit of voltage? What's the unit of voltage? Hmm. From the word itself, voltage. What is V? Volts. Naintindihan po. And last, yung charge at 1.1. So we have 1 over 3 t squared plus 6.83 raised to 3 over 2 plus 23.425. Oh, what's the value of Q at 1.1? Yes, manlangit. 2.482? Lumiit yung charge? Other answers, double check. Dapat mas malaki yan sa ano, 29. Ha? 31.024. What's the unit? What's the unit? What's the unit for the charge? Tayo dyan. Oh, coulombs, 'di ba? So C ang sagot. Ayan, naintindihan engineering. Naintindihan po. Okay, so please study yung sa ano, sa inductor, nandun naman sa YouTube yung video ng inductor, no? So, later ipopost ko na lang yung recording na tong klase natin. Naintindihan po? Okay? Sige. So, ito yung problem number 4. If you want to practice, no? Ayan, pwede nyo siyang isolve. Okay? Nadagdag lang naman dito yung magnetic flux. Hmm, ayan. Okay? So, to tip para sa quiz number 2. Isang exponential, isang logarithmic, isang family of curves, isang kinematics, isang capacitor problem, tsaka isang inductor problem. Yan yung mga lalabas. Naintindihan ay Okay, sige. Mag-aral ha. Nakakaintindihan po. Other questions? Last call? Iba? Okay, sige. Kung wala ng questions, I'll see you on Tuesday. Mag-aral ha.